Hey, folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's live trading action video. My name is Gareth Soloway. Today's date is Friday, December 5th, 2014. Today we'll want to talk a little bit about some commodity stocks, including oil stocks as well as metals here. Right before you, you're looking at the intraday 10-minute chart on U.S. Steel. And again, each candle, this is today's marking date, yesterday's marking date, so this was all yesterday, today, and so forth. So bottom line is you're just going sideways, slightly higher on U.S. Steel, about 0.75%. Decent bullish pattern here, but again, a couple of things catching my eye. Number one, if you take this trend line here and just connect it to the highs, that's your breakout trend line right there. If it takes that out, you really should be off to the races, potentially for a day or two minimum, if not more, to the upside. Now, let me make my case for why I think these metal stocks are undervalued right now. All right, and that includes silver stocks, not so much gold, but silver stocks, oil stocks, as well as metal stocks like copper and steel. All right, so today we got a jobs number, right? And the jobs number came in at 314,000. Very, very strong jobs number today. Economically, the U.S. looks like it's rocking and rolling here. It's steamrolling ahead to the point where Federal Reserve may even have to raise interest rates sooner than expected. So you might say, well, what's the connection there? Well, the connection is that the more economic growth coming out of the U.S., ultimately that will spread at some point to the global picture. All right, partially the global picture will drag us back a little bit, but we haven't seen that happening. So you have to think that the strength here, because we're such a big consuming country, could ultimately help other countries around the globe. That's going to mean more demand for steel, silver, which is an industrial metal, and oil. Okay, now again, listen, I wouldn't be saying this if oil was at $100 a barrel, because oil at $100 a barrel obviously is too high based on supply. But at $66 to $67 a barrel, we're now talking about a change to the point where it's undervalued as a commodity, just like some of these other ones like silver is, as well as an increase in demand that I don't think the market is factoring in just yet. So if you ask me what I thought the leading stocks will be for the next quarter, let's say the rest of December and into the first couple months of January and February, I would say at this stage you're looking at steel, which is very attractive here. I mean, let me go to the daily chart of the U.S. Steel here. I mean, this thing has pulled back pretty precipitously. I can take off the trend line I just put in there. But look, I mean, hitting the 200 MA, pulled back here, bounced, pulled back again. I mean, it's trying to find some good support right here. And again, you have to think about the economic indicators here. Economic indicators, U.S. Steel look very, very good. Very, very good. All right, you take a look at other stocks, or let's even take a look at silver, right? Silver is off the lows, but look at the fall on silver. And that's, again, look at the U.S. economy roaring here. If the U.S. economy is really roaring, if these numbers are actually true, and they haven't been fudged by the government, well, silver really should be getting more of a bid, and you know what else should be getting more of a bid? Oil. All right. Oil should no doubt be getting a bigger bid here, down literally 30+% in the last 6 months or so. This thing should be roaring back. I mean, I'm not saying it's going back to 100 on oil, but I do think that oil has a good chance to hover back at about $75 to $80 a barrel. So I mean, you're looking at some nice upside, 15% upside in oil. Now, we'll see if that starts to roost, but I kind of like to give you guys a heads up ahead of time about my thoughts, and therefore you can obviously consider if this is something you want to start to look for as well. All right, guys, come join us here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. Get swing trade alerts. As I buy, as I sell, we put out alerts, and you guys can follow us as we rock and roll this market. Talk to you soon, guys. Take care.